I'm the leader for our group, which is called Roblox. I'll be passing the introduction to my first group mate.
Hi, my name is Ridwan. You can call me Red.
Hi, my name is Akmal. You can call me Akmal.
Hi, I'm Mahir.
Hi, I'm Abdel.
Hi, I'm Mohan.
And this is our presentation for our software analysis and modeling assignment 1.
Okay, so I'm going to be talking about the introduction. So let's head on to the next slide. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about the system overview first. I'm not going to be explaining much since this is just the intro, but yeah. So this system is a software platform designed to act as a central hub for volunteers, organizers, and NGOs. So it manages volunteer information, registrations, and task delegations while also allowing organizers to plan and adjust the activities. So our proposed location is the Konaslangor Nature Park. So our group recently visited the park, and it's only a 1-hour drive away from MSU. So we don't think it's that far. Okay. So we think this location is ideal not only for its conservation activities, but also for its environmental importance. Also, this site is a good spot for community service work because the group that's in charge of the place already has an activity that's organized just for mangrove cleaning. So I think it'd make our job easier for this whole thing. And however, if we do visit the site, we do need to be aware of the monkeys loitering around. There's a lot of monkeys. I'm not kidding, guys. And monkeys, they're gonna steal our things, so we gotta take care of our stuff. But besides the monkeys, we think this spot is really good because it's ideal for mangrove cleaning and also for its educational. Okay, next slide. Okay, so the importance and benefits of mangroves are for coastal protection. So basically, it shields coastlines from erosion and tidal waves. And not only that, it benefits the biodiversity. So basically, fish and also birds, because they need trees to survive and to live. Okay, next we have carbon sequestration. So basically, mangroves are trees, and they basically filter out the carbon dioxide to give us oxygen. So with tons of mangroves, it's a good thing because more oxygen for us. Not only that, it also helps mitigate climate change, and yeah. And not only that, it also benefits the local economy around the area. So basically for fishermen, and it also promotes ecotourism. The place we proposed just now is basically just an ecotourism spot. So yeah, that's all for my part. I'll be passing on this next segment to Varan and Red. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for Ayu for the introduction. So I'm going to start off this with system concepts. So before we get into system elements, I'm going to briefly explain to you what system elements is. So system elements it incorporates components and functionalities to allow the software, you could say it acts as the foundation for the system so it can perform tasks and interact with its environment. So let's get into the 4 main things, which all of these 4 are the users. So they are the ones that interact with the system or the software. So the first one we have is the volunteers. So we need people to help us, that participate in activities to help us do the activity. And the next one is the organizers, the ones who plan and execute the activities, which they can also tell people if there's any changes to the plan, or maybe delay, or maybe cancel. So NGOs, they can help us with promoting the events, and they help us to recruit potential volunteers to help us achieve the goal of the event. So the last one is the sponsors. They provide the funding required to start such an event. So if we have a lot of sponsors, they could help us make bigger events, which could actually help with the environment or something else. So the next one is the core functionality. So this is what our software can do. These are the main functions of what our software can do. So the first one is task delegation. So this system chooses volunteers based on their experiences or what maybe if they're allergic to some things, they can't really do that. So we have to delegate the task. Maybe like they can help clean or they can help plant. So it depends on them. So it's splits to volunteers. So the next one is the progress tracking and reporting. So organizers or volunteers can use this software to check if maybe they want to check what they've done. So they check like the progress, like we're 50% done, so we're halfway done with the whole event. So maybe they have contributed something, maybe it's right down there. So next is the communication tools. So this software also allows people, so it's like the WhatsApp, or maybe like the new app which is Buzz. So it can use like the walkie-talkie system, which is like you can communicate from far away in real time. So people won't really get, so if anything happens, they can just call and then they can inform people of if there's any changes or anything happen to like everything. So next and lastly, this software also allows volunteers to sign up for the events. So instead of them going to a specific website to check like how to apply as a volunteer for our thing, they can just go onto our software and they can just click like, I want to sign up, I want to register for the event, and they can choose a specific event they want to choose based on their like. Yeah, next. So this is the last, which is the data resources. So when you register into the software, we have to collect the volunteer's personal information to know, so we can allow the task delegation to delegate the task. So like I said, if they have anything they dislike, maybe they don't like bugs or insects, so we can give them tasks that doesn't like have insects and bugs, so they won't get creeped out, maybe get a panic attack. So okay, so the last one is also the event details. So organizers can actually change the details of the events based on maybe the event changed, maybe it changed its like organizers wanted to change, maybe like instead of planting something like mangroves, they can add like maybe add planting mangroves and maybe planting something else. So yeah, so we can change the details here also. So and the volunteers can see it, like we can see it updated, so we know what to prepare for. Okay, so that's all from me. I'm going to pass this next part to Red. So Red, please.
So thank you, Ron, for that. Now we're going to talk about system boundaries. So factors that fall within the boundaries of the system include volunteer management, which is basically just that the system should be able to manage user data as well as registration data in the case of events and whatnot. Next, you have activities planning, and this is just functionality that allows organizers or would-be organizers to arrange an itinerary for prospective events. For factors that fall outside of the boundaries of the system, you have social media promotion. So in this case, the system should allow for social media integration so that users or organizations can promote their events or efforts outside on external social media platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook and all that. So you also have external environment details. So the software should be able to track stuff like calendar function or location services. Next we have system environment. In terms of the environmental factors, you have support from sponsors and NGOs as well as community interest and involvement. We put these two together because essentially a lot of these types of events, charity events, non-profit events, don't really have a lot of initial funding or even available labor. So those are factors that would heavily impact these sorts of events or efforts or activities. In terms of software, next we have software interactable external systems. The software should be able to process donation or payments made for these non-profit events or activities and such. We also have GPS and mapping systems for location tracking and services. Next. Finally, you have the system classification. Our proposed system would be considered an open system because of its reliance on external data and also public or volunteer participation. Now I'll hand it over to Ahmad for requirement gathering.
Thank you to Veron and Ray. So let me continue with requirement gathering. So the first method that we use is survey. These are our findings from respondents. So the first question is, what do you think is the main threat to mangrove forest? As you can see based on the diagram, 58% of future volunteers believe that deforestation or overharvesting are the main reasons for the significant loss of the mangrove trees. This is largely due to illegal deforestation and the failure to follow government regulations. Next one, what is the importance of mangrove for the ecosystem? 63.2% of future volunteers believe that coastal protection and providing shelter are the most important reasons to preserve mangrove trees. Mangroves help prevent land erosion and protect against natural disasters such as floods and tsunamis. And next one, based on our pie charts, 57.9% of people aware of the decreasing of mangrove population. To increase their awareness, we can take the following steps. The first one is create a poster, and by doing a poster, we can inform the community about mangrove conservation. The next one is organize programs by host community events to raise awareness, and finally, public service announcement or PSA. We can share a message on platforms like radio to spread the word. And the next one, what activities do you think you can do to help conserve the mangrove forest population? Most respondents believe that clean-up activities in mangrove forests are essential because many areas are filled with trash. By cleaning these locations, we can help protect local wildlife. And next one, if a system is created to provide information about the latest mangrove volunteering activities, how do you think it contributes to the cause? 68.4% of respondents believe that the clean-up activities will increase public awareness of the issue as people will begin to care and take action to ensure the stability of our environment. And we also do a few interviews, one with Mr. Ayan, the Secretary of Taman Mangrove, the Taman Paya Bakau Sijangkang, and another one we did an interview with Mr. Muhammad Ramzi bin Sulaiman, which is our future sponsor for our projects. And let me pass to Nadia Camelia for the next one. Thank you.
Thank you to Akmal. Now I'm going to be talking about feasibility study. So what is a feasibility study? A feasibility study basically analyzes potential challenges from technical, economic, social and scheduling perspective. So the purpose of this study is to basically help project developers identify setbacks, which are challenges that may arise during software development. Okay, so the first one is technical feasibility. In technical feasibility, we have certain requirements. So for our software, our requirements are basically server storage, networking, Google Maps, integration, and metadata management tools. For example, is data IDO. So the challenges that we can face during technical feasibility is low bandwidth, UI UX maintenance, and user data management. So in conclusion, technical feasibility is feasible with proper infrastructure and continuous user feedback. Okay, so next is economic feasibility. So our requirement for our software is to at least pay about 10k per month for a project manager, as well as for maintenance is about 14k per year. The challenges for economic feasibility is if we go over budget due to certain issues with our software, such as bugs or any crashes. In conclusion, economic feasibility is feasible with external funding from donors or sponsorships. Next is social feasibility. So the info with social feasibility is that according to our study, 68.4% of survey respondents are interested in mangrove cleanup activities. So our challenges would be timely updates and satisfying user information needs. So we need to update our users in the software consistently so that we can satisfy their needs. In conclusion, social feasibility is feasible with automated updates and in-app communication. Next is scheduling feasibility. So basically, our scheduling for our software would be about 4 to 9 months for our full software development. The challenges during scheduling feasibility is that bugs from rush deadlines. So for instance, if we have a strict deadline, we may have to rush the project development, which may cause bugs and issues. So in conclusion, scheduling feasibility is feasible with proper management, such from a project management, and also using agile methodology. Next. Okay, so now I'll be passing this on to Afdal.
Thank you to Nadia because presenting her slides. So next is me to present my values in decision making. So the importance of the values is drive the decision making process in developing the Mangrove volunteering software, including sustainability, community engagement, stakeholder trust, and social impact. This section outlines how these values were identified, emphasized, and consistently used to guide design and implementation decisions. So next is the key value driving decision making, which is sustainability. So sustainability focus on creating lasting environmental benefits, incorporate features for progress tracking of mangrove growth and conservation activities. So the next is stakeholder trust and transparency, which means is build trust among volunteers, NGOs, and local communities through accountability, and provide clear reporting on volunteer contributions and project impact with weekly updates. So the next one is community engagement and empowerment. So it enables local participation in conservation efforts. For the example is planting and monitoring mangroves. So it's foster a sense of ownership and track community achievement to maintain motivation. So the next is social impact and inclusiveness. So it ensure the software is accessible to all users regardless of socio-economic status, and include features like offline mode for areas with low internet connectivity. So the next is like decision making framework. So what we organize values is environmental impact, which prioritize features that enhance ongoing environmental improvement. Second is community-centered design, which is create user-friendly interface and offline capabilities to encourage participation. And lastly is accountability and trust, integrate dashboard for real-time project tracking and community communication. Next is the value-driven decisions in final proposal is like environmental impact as primary goal is focus on best protection of mangrove with progress tracking tools. So second is community-centered design to maximize engagement, implement user-friendly features and gamification elements, which is like pages and leaderboards. So lastly is accountability and trust to build stakeholder relationships. So it's use live scoreboards to show project results and volunteer contributions. Next is like prioritization of values, which is for first is sustainability and environmental impact, which it ensure mangrove conservation is the primary goal. Second is organizational capacity building. So it's encourage ongoing community involvement. Third is stakeholder trust and transparency. It builds confidence among funders and partners. And last is social impact and inclusiveness, promote equality and access for all community members. So last for me is summary, which is software design focused on sustainability and community engagement. And next is key features include progress tracking, offline access, and transparency in reporting. And lastly is the system fosters an active community dedicated to mangrove conservation and environmental sustainability. That's all from me. So I'm going to pass to Ahmad Ridwan bin Tajuddin to present the conclusion.
Alright, thank you Afdal. So to conclude this presentation, the system supports task delegation, progress tracking, event promotion and communication, and through our feasibility analysis, we confirm that the system can be developed within budget and time constraints with the external funding and stakeholder support.
Thank you.
Thank you.